One, two, one, two. Once again, another episode of Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. I am your host, Lionel McDonald. So yeah, we had to get into it. We can't let this slide. And yeah, I got some other things that I'm gonna get to y'all in a very short period of time. But the last episode I gave you was NBA playoffs. The Knicks actually won game one. Fast forward four more games. The world didn't believe it. Actually, I'm not. I can't say that I'm surprised, but I'm very happy and very proud. In unlike Knicks fashion over the last 20 years, the Knicks have broken through and eliminated the favorite Cleveland Cavaliers 4 games to one. Not 4-3, like I thought, not 4-2, 4-1. The Knicks have found a way to win two road games, hold serve in MSG, and last weekend is one of the best weekends we've had in recent memory in New York. And I'm not a New Yorker. Y'all know I'm from Toronto. I am arguably the biggest Knicks fan in Canada. Um, but the Knicks, in miraculous fashion, um, held it down. And I think you really can see the changes that this team has made with acquiring Jalen Brunson, with the addition of Josh Hart at the trade deadline. And it's really put themselves in a position not only for success today and this year, but we're talking about success longer term. We're talking about success for the Knicks. Multiple. The Knicks have one of the 10 youngest teams. The average age is less than 27. I think it's 26 and change. So there is sustainable. We have players under contract, and we talk about probably the four key cogs to what happened in this playoff. We didn't have the best Emmanuel quickly. He's banged up. We know Julius Randle is banged up. We had four keys that I will tell you and I will take you through. So number one, let's talk about the bigs and what the bigs were able to accomplish between the monstrous effort that we got out of Mitchell Robinson. He had 13 and 18 in the clinching game, but between him and Hartenstein would also be 1A of the key things that we did. Our bigs outplayed their bigs. Their bigs come with called the Twin Towers, and they have so much more fanfare. But our bigs outplayed their bigs. They controlled the offensive glass. They also helped give us extra possessions, found ways to get rebounds, found ways to alter shots in the paint. So that was absolutely amazing. Then we got to talk about my man. This guy, this guy. You can't see it. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It will be on Apple. But I'm this is for those that are watching on video. I am still wearing my Jalen Brunson jersey from last night. I woke up bright and early to record this, but I am wearing my Jalen Brunson jersey still from after watching last night's clinching game. Jalen Brunson has been absolutely amazing in this series, held it down in New York. He held it down last night, 23 points. We'll talk about number three in a second, but we acquired Hartenstein as a free agent, and that went for little fanfare, but he's been great. They're one of the best big acquisitions that we've had. But we got to talk about Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson has changed the whole makeup, the whole energy, the whole focus of the New York Knicks. And we are very, very grateful to have him. He had 23 points last night. He's had, I think, 20 points in all 5 games that we've had in this series. He's gone toe-to-toe with Donovan Mitchell, and Donovan Mitchell was supposed to be the player that we got. We can see that things have worked out without getting Donovan Mitchell. I was personally upset that we didn't get Donovan. We didn't get it. We didn't put enough on the table. I think we gave them plenty. They went a different route. And when we're talking about Utah, and he went to ultimately Cleveland, who we played, and that's what the media wanted. Oh, the Knicks are going to get, Donovan Mitchellized. And hey, Donovan Mitchell did have a couple good games and a couple different things. But I would tell you that push comes to shove. Um, Donovan Mitchell was not the difference in the series like many people thought. Ultimately, the difference was no later than the one and only Jalen Brunson. Number 11 held it down. So let's talk about number 3. So we talked about getting Hartenstein. We talked about getting Jalen Brunson. And all these guys paid major dividends. Then we got to talk about my boy Josh Hart. Josh Hart is the heart and soul of this team. And he is the ultimate glue guy. I don't think people realize, I don't think I realize it. He was good in Portland. He is amazing in New York. He loves being there. We love having him there. He makes it different. He brings energy. When he got mic'd up in game 4, it was one of the most comedic, fun, engaging, but that is the energy this guy is bringing to this team, and he's helping to make a difference. Josh Hart, salute you. Mad love. You're making it happen for New York. And then number 4, in terms of spending money, to the reluctance of many, and I love him, and I wanted to keep him, we extended none other than RJ Barrett. And with all of that, there was questions about RJ. He did not step up in the 2021 playoffs. But when push came to shove in game 3 and the game was on the line, and it was only Brunson, and we had Julius Randle struggling, and we know he's banged up, and I'm giving him a pass. No one else is giving him a pass, but I'm giving Julius a pass. He's putting in work still. RJ Barrett stepped up. He stepped up in game 4. He stepped up in game 5, giving us another 21 points and closed out. We know RJ is limited. He can shoot the 3. He can only really go left. He gets aggressive too much times and gets into foul trouble sometimes on defense. He did his thing and helped this team win. So 4 things: Hartenstein, Brunson, Hart at the deadline, extending RJ Barrett. Those are the keys on top of the depth. And look what happened when Julius Randle turned his ankle and had to be out of the game. He was in a sweatsuit by the end of the game. OB Topham continues to find ways to engage, to push the envelope, to run, to shoot the 3. He helps make us a different team. So hey, you can talk about all the other playoff series. I'm not going to even get into that. Hey, Lakers are doing their thing. Grizzlies played a lot better last night. That series ain't over. We know that the Sixers are chilling. That Trae Young did his thing, and we don't like Trae Young. I'm not going to show Trae Young any F-bomb today, but we know the chant that the Knicks fans love to say. What the hell? Fuck Trae Young is what we say. We say that all the time, ever since last year's series. So, or 2 years ago when he came in and ripped our hearts out in New York. We can definitely talk about the other matchup that happened in the East, and the Sixers are chilling, but the Bucks are done. The Bucks are done, and I don't think anyone saw it, but we are going to a 1999 playoff series. It's just not 1 versus 8, and the Heat were 1, and the Knicks were 8, and the Knicks won on the Allen Houston floater off the board game winner in Miami. We're talking 5 seed versus 8 seed. I don't think anyone predicted that Miami would break through. Nonetheless, most people didn't think the Knicks would break through. So it's going to be a great series. Jimmy Buckets is going off. They got bigs like Bam. They got leadership like Lowry. They got some great shooting. They're missing Tyler Hero, but we got many other players that have stepped up from. And then we got the depths of the Knicks. So it should be an amazing series of how that goes back and what that looks like. But the ingredients of this Knicks team, Brunson is the constant, and we're finding guys to step up every single night and make it happen. Brunson averaged 24 points in this series, as I'm just now quickly peeking at and reading. So, hey, they got the Cavs got productions out of Mitchell. They got 28 out of him, I think, and 21 out of Garland before he fouled out. But the reality, we pushed them around. We owned the paint. Rebounding was a huge factor. We got so many second chance opportunities and points. So big up to the guards that rebound, whether it's Brunson or whether it's Hart. Big up to obviously Hartenstein and Mitchell. We even saw RG get on the boards. Randall, when he was in the game and healthy, he definitely made a difference. So hey, we got one All-Star. We could easily said we should have had two, but the Knicks are moving on to the next round. So crazy times for the Knicks. It's very special right now. Knicks fans should be rejoicing until we get it on with the Heat on Sunday. But this is Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. This is more life, more Knicks, more life. This is what this episode is going to be called. More Knicks, more life. But we're on to round two, despite what everyone thought. Stephen A. Smith, you're a happy man. Spike Lee, you're even a happier man. Big up to Spike and to many of my friends that I follow and we connect on Instagram. Live it up, live large and in charge until we are ready to go on Sunday against the. It's going to be a great series. I'm not even going to say that we're favored. We do have home court, but Jimmy Buckets is another beast right now. So this will not be the Cavaliers series that we just saw. So be prepared. Should be great. Go Knicks, and we catch